Evening, everybody. One, two, three. Sing along with us if you know it.
God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need.
Last one.
God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
Here we go.
God gives me everything I need.
All right. Hello, everyone. Good evening. So glad to see all these wonderful, beautiful faces, and welcome to those online. So my name, in case you don't know, I think you all know, but in case you don't, I'm Reverend Alvarado. I'm the senior minister here, and welcome to our beloved Center for Spiritual Living, Northern Colorado. We are an inclusive community. We honor all faiths, all paths to God. Wherever you are on your journey, you are welcome here. And we follow the teachings of Ernest Holmes. And he studied the greatest truths of all the religions, and he came up with what's called the science of mind. And in the science of mind, we believe that as you change your thinking, you can change your life. And each week we offer practical tools that you can apply in your life and actually use them. So I think that's pretty cool, yeah? Everybody with me here? Yeah. Okay. All right. Great. Awesome. Just checking. Okay. So let's read our mission and our vision together. Our mission. We are an inclusive community, inspiring personal growth, spiritual practice, and a positive way of life. And our vision, to awaken humanity, revealing a world that works for everyone. Beautiful. All right. Kiddos, come on up. Come on up. Thank you. All right, Marie's got some announcements for us.
That you wrote.
That I wrote.
Some announcements that let me just
read just so we're clear.
The announcements to
just
you
so y'all clear.
that Reverend Leah wrote. The Higher Ground Walk Around, Saturday, May 27th. That's this coming Saturday. Join us every month for an easy walk in nature with like-minded friends. This month, hosted by Doug Rogers and Catherine Barrett. It will be in Loveland. It's a surprise. There are more details in the newsletter, but I'm not privy to know where this is happening. So
near their house in Loveland.
In Loveland.
Food at their house after. You even are hosting a lovely lunch.
Food afterward.
So, yeah.
Didn't say anything about that here.
Oh, I left that out. Sorry.
Okay. Well, all right. Youth dinner. May 28th, chili night. We're having chili, people.
Yeah.
This is going to be great.
If you like chili.
And, you know, if if no one will have to suffer the consequences of the after fallout, but whatever that's about. Okay, which supports our teen camp and youth program. $10 for the chili dinner. You can sign up online, or you can just bring cash. We will take your money.
Yes, we will.
Friday. But let us know you're going to be here, and we're going to make a bunch of chili, and it's going to be fun. Caring Connections team. Our Caring Connections team makes monthly prayer calls to people in our community. And we're starting a new year in July. Our new fiscal year begins July the 1st. So if you would like to become a member of the Caring Connections team, if you have a heart to serve, we're going to do a training. There's going to be a training. We'll train you how to pray. We'll train you how to, you'll be oriented. Apparently, there's training and orientation, so you'll be oriented and trained on June 22nd. So Lonnie Hickman has the entire 411 on that. Again, I'm not privy to it. It's not in my notes. So if you want to know, you'll have to ask Lonnie, because I have no idea.
And Doug, raise your hand. So Doug is on our team right now. Karen, raise your hand. Karen is also on our team. Who else? Anybody else in here right now? No. Okay. So if you have questions and you're curious.
Christine. You missed Christine.
Sorry. And Christine. Yes, thank you. Ask any of them. It's a beautiful service, and you do not have to be a trained practitioner to do it. So it's a really beloved service, wonderful service to our community. So, okay.
Awesome.
Yep.
Labyrinth Walk, Saturday, June 17th from 10 to 11:30. I know Amaya's already gone. I know she's a huge fan of Valerie Sarek. So June 17th from 10 to 11:30, we're doing a Labyrinth Walk with Native American flute music and a ceremony by award-winning poet Valerie Sarek. So that's going to be in Loveland as well. We'll provide the address there of the Labyrinth as we get closer to it.
This is our third year doing it, and if you've not experienced it, highly recommend it. It's quite
awesome.
Beautiful. She brings her mother drum, this huge drum and mallet, so we all take turns and rattles, and we
shake, rattle, and roll.
We shake, rattle, and roll.
We do.
It's
and
quite
drum.
special. Yeah.
So
and drum.
all at one time, and walk the labyrinth.
Yes.
We have a brand new website thanks to our amazing marketing person, Mary Lindsay. I know you're out there. Check out, wait for it, cslnoco.org. Switch that slide up on me. That's kind of scary.
We moved it. Yes.
So you can go to the website, sign up for the newsletter, figure out what all is going on if you're not already privy to that. And the website is gorgeous and fantastic. I've seen it with my own 2 eyeballs. It's fabulous. Check it out.
Yes. All
That's
right.
it. That's all I know.
That's all you got.
That's
Okay.
all I got.
Thank you, ma'am. All right. So settle back and go within as we begin with an opening prayer, a meditation, and a song.
So in this moment, I just breathe in and open my mind and heart to that one power, that one presence that I call God. That is the divine light of absolutely everything. It is that life spark that exists in each and every one of us. It is that center of love, of truth, of wholeness and perfection. That space within each of us that remains pure and perfect and untouched. It is that radiant light that dwells within. And so what I know is that each one of us is that radiant light right here, right now. Each one of us is that divine spark. Each one of us is that presence of God made alive in this very moment. And that we're able to tap into that just for a moment and recognize that we can recognize that that center of us is a place of peace, is a place of love, is a place of compassion, is a place of divine wisdom. It is a place of unity and connection. And each of us shares that, whether we're in this room together or not. Each one of us is one with that divine presence, for we carry it within us wherever we go. And I know that right here, right now, we see that divine presence in each other. So for this time together, for this community, I just give great thanks for knowing the truth, for knowing that presence and power of the divine is at work in each one of us right here, right now. So I release these words to law, knowing that presence and power of the divine just carries us through this service, through this evening together, and into our week. And so I simply let go of these words and let them be. And if you would like, you may join me in saying, and so it is. Amen. To just get comfortable as we move into our meditative chant together. Thank you.
Yeah, that sounds in tune enough for me. This is probably my favorite Faith Rivera song.
this universe. The ocean dances at my feet. The wind plays a melody through my hair. I am loved at every turn. I am kissed by Mother Earth. I am a child of this universe. The sun warms me in its embrace. Stars have aligned for me in the sky. I am honored by all life. I am held by Father Time. Every blade of grass, every shaking leaf on a tree, every mountain top sings of the glory of God moving through me. I am a child of this universe. Through my breath, all of life can breathe. I plant the seeds with my every dream. I can love at every turn. Give a kiss for Mother Earth. Yes, I am a child of this universe. I greet the God in each face. I am a channel for peace to flow. Oh, I honor all of life. Yes, I'm one with Father Time. To every blade of grass, to every shaking leaf on a tree, to every mountain top, I sing of the glory of God moving through all, moving as me, moving as you, moving.
Beautiful. Thank you both. Thank you both. So, we're talking about living in the present moment. That's exciting, yes? Okay, just checking. We spend so much time in the future and in the past, actually. That's where we live. We're either thinking about the future, worrying about the future, or we are living in the past. And how we know that is because when we are in the past, pain comes up, anger comes up, sadness comes up, grief comes up. That's all from the past, bringing it forward. The future, how we know we're living there is because we're in fear. We're attached. Fear is a big one. Fear is a really big one, and that's fear of something happening from the future. So we're not in the present very often. We vacillate back and forth between the future, the past, the future, the past, couple seconds in the present, the future, the past, and that's how it works, yeah? So when we're in meditation, we're in the present. When we're in our prayer practices, we are in the present. When we're in nature, typically we are in the present. When we're looking at a piece of beautiful art in front of us, we have dropped into our heart. But generally, we are vacillating from one to the other. Can anybody relate to what I'm saying here? A couple of hands. The rest of you are like, I'm not so sure I want to admit that. So, yeah, that there's tremendous power in the present moment. So what I'm hoping by the end of my talk today is that you'll be inspired to spend more time in the present. Because in the present moment, that's when we are connected to God. God doesn't live in the future. God is not somewhere in the past. God is right here. God is in the present. God is right here within our being. Pema Chodron, I love what she said. The most heartbreaking thing of all is how we cheat ourselves of the present moment. So our job, maybe I shouldn't say it that way, I would say our job as spiritual beings, the opportunity, I should say, that we have as spiritual beings, that's a better way of saying it, is to stay awake, is to not fall back asleep, but to stay present, to stay awake, and to notice when those emotions come in, because they do. They come from the future, they come from the past, and now we're feeling them. So the opportunity that's there for us is to be the observer of those emotions without judgment, without trying to change them, without bypassing them and covering them up with some spiritual something, as we sometimes do in New Thought. And so when we feel those emotions, if we are aware enough and we can observe it enough, we can then, it's almost like inviting it in for tea. Come in. Here, my door is open. Come, sit. Let's talk. Let's connect. Let me find out why. Tell me what I need to know about this emotion, fear. What do I need to know about my anger that continues to come up? What do I need to know about these insecurities that keep surfacing? And so as soon as we ask those questions, it brings us right into the present moment. And that's where healing can happen. Healing can't happen in the future. Healing can definitely not happen in the past. It can only happen right here in this moment. Ram Dass said, "Being peacefully in relationship to everything made me realize that my happiness isn't based on the situation being this way or that way. My happiness is one that embraces my sadness." So in the present moment, that's the ideal. If we can embrace what is coming up for us. When we are reacting to life, that's our small self. It's our personality. It's not our divine self. It's a much smaller part. Self with a small s. It's not our true nature. It's not our true self. And when we're being triggered by something, any strong reaction, it pulls us back to that experience. It pulls us back to the past, something that happened 20, 30, 45 years ago. Those experiences, and we all have them. But if we're brave enough to sit with what's coming up, we can't change the past. It's not possible, as much as we would love to change the past, to erase some of the awful things that we have experienced in our life. But here's the good news. we can work with the emotion that's there to heal it. If we're brave enough to sit with it and to ask it what it wants to teach us, now we're on to something. You know, being in the present moment, yes, joy is found there, peace is found there, the divine is found in that present moment. But sometimes it's about standing in the fire. That's what it means to be in the present moment. It means to walk and step right into it. Okay, I surrender here. My life is falling apart here, and I'm just going to let go because I clearly have no control over what's happening. Sometimes we have to be willing to just step in it and allow it to be. There are tremendous gifts by doing that. As humans, we want to push those emotions away. We want to push aside all of it. Leave it in the past. Spend time fantasizing about some future thing. And yes, we can create, and that's a whole other talk. So I don't mean to imply that focusing on what we want to create in our life is a bad thing. But when we're in fear about something that has not happened, or when we are living in the past, ruminating over something that happened 25, 30, 40 years ago, we have to stop and look at, how is this serving me? How is this serving me in my life? How am I feeling as I think about these things? And so when we stop to ask, what do I need to know? What message is here for me? Again, now we're right in the present. Now we can work with it. So in order to transform and heal our wounds and our pain, we have to have some level of love and compassion for ourselves and our journey. This is a tough journey, folks. Yes? The spiritual path is beautiful and extraordinary, and I want to use a word right now, but I'm not going to do that because it's not appropriate. But you know where I'm going. So yes, it can be really painful. Yeah? So, and that's why awareness is so important. To stay awake and to not fall back asleep. We can't unring that bell once we've woken up. We really can't, even though we want to go back to sleep and just hide under the covers. But if we're awake and aware, we notice when that fear comes in. We notice when that anger comes in. We notice when that despair and sadness comes in and that grief comes in. And instead of pushing it away and saying, I don't want to deal with this right now, we sit with it. We bring it into our meditation time. We bring it into our prayer time, and we allow it to be there in all its glory. That's how we transform it. That's how we shift it. And you know, pain asks us to do that. It asks us to be with it, to be present with it. It's like a little child who's in pain and it shows up at our front door. We're not going to slam the door in its face. We're going to invite it in and ask it to sit on our lap, and we're going to hold that little one, and we're going to embrace it and love it. That's what pain is asking us. It's asking us to surround it in love. You know, the physical pain in our bodies, so many of us carry physical pain, back pain, leg pain, knee pain, all of it. What if you asked your body right now, body, what do you need? We don't think to ask that. We don't think to ask our bodies what it needs. Our bodies are so intelligent. We just deal with the pain. Well, I got this thing in my knee, well, it's just I'm getting older, so I just got to deal with this pain. Ask it. Ask it what it wants to teach you, what it wants to communicate. It has something to communicate. You may not want to hear what it has to communicate, but it has something to tell you about your life. Yeah. So our pain wants to be seen. It wants to be truly seen. Have you ever experienced that? Have you ever been truly seen by somebody? When you're in the midst of your smallness, when you're in the midst of grief and anger and upset, and you are beating yourself up left and right, and that person is standing there in their strength, in their power. They see you no matter what, and they're holding that space for you. That's extraordinary. Have you been able to do that for someone else without trying to fix what's going on with them, without giving them advice? You're just holding space for them. You're seeing the truth of who they are. That's a beautiful thing. So when we can receive that or give that, what a gift. What if we did that for ourselves? What if we did that for ourselves? To see who we are in the midst of our pain, in the midst of our anguish, in the midst of all of it. To see the divine essence of who we are, the truth of who we are within our being. To hold us, to have compassion and love. And when we do that for ourselves or another, we are the divine incarnate. That is exactly what we're doing. We are seeing ourselves the way God sees us. And so when we can see ourselves through the eyes of God, through the eyes of the divine, the pain is saying, you know, I'm here. I just need some tender care. I just need some love right now. Please don't reject me. Please don't push me aside. Please don't ignore me. It's trying to get our attention, whether it's physical pain, emotional pain, mental, spiritual, whatever it is, it's trying to get our attention so that we don't fall back asleep. Rumi said, when our focus is on the past and future, we veil God from our sight. The present moment is holy. The only way we can know that peace passes all human experience is to surrender fully into the present experience. Surrender to it. So it was in the late 90s, and I was in graduate school. I was getting my graduate degree in career counseling. And I attended a career conference in California. And one of the breakout sessions was all about purpose and passion. And I thought, oh, that's a topic I love. I'm going to go check it out. And so I walk in, and the room was full, and there were two women standing at the front of the room. And I was excited to hear what they had to say, hoping to get something that I could apply to my future career as a career counselor at that time. But what was interesting about the class is they didn't teach it the way I expected them to. They actually went around the room and read people. And they told people what their passions were, and they told them what their career was, and they just went around the whole room, and they didn't cover everybody because they missed me. And here I was, this bright-eyed, excited graduate student. I was like, oh my God, what are they going to tell me? I'm so excited to find out what they're going to tell me about my future. So at the end of the class, I came right up to them, and I said, so I want to know, can you tell me? I want to know what you see. And one of the ladies looked me right in the eye, and she said, she paused for a moment. She said, I see a younger version of yourself, your inner child, in the fetal position, in the corner of the room, scared and afraid. When she said that to me, it shook me to my core. I was shocked that she said that. I had done so much transformational work. I had done so much work on myself. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. But there was something in what she said that I paid attention to. I thanked them for that. I left the room. I immediately went out to my car in the parking lot, and I sat in my car and I cried my eyes out. And so what I discovered from that experience and from what she said to me is that I got some work to do. So I did some inner child work. Who's done inner child work in here? A lot of you. Yeah, it's powerful stuff. And I thought that I had healed all my childhood pain, all my childhood wounds, but there was still more work to do. And so what what I did specifically was that I would invite my little one, I'd see her, and I would invite her up on my lap. It took a while because she didn't trust me at first. We had no relationship, really. But eventually, she trusted me, and we would have conversations, and I would hold her, and I would reassure her how beautiful and wonderful she is, and I would love her. Eventually, we started spending time in this beautiful field with this big tree and a swing, and we would play. I now have a whole different relationship with her. And as a result of that work brought me into the present. It took my childhood wounds and brought it right here so that I could work with it, so that I could heal it. And ever since then, I feel more whole than I ever felt before as a result of doing that work. All she needed to know was that she was loved. That's all she needed to know, that she was safe and that she was loved. It's a beautiful gift that we can give to ourselves. All of us have this inner child. All of us have this younger version of ourselves. You know, when we are feeling those strong, intense emotions, that's usually a clue that our inner child needs some love, needs a hug, needs to be reassured. Thich Nhat Hanh said, "The present moment is the only moment available to us, and it is the door to all moments." The present moment is where love lives. The present moment is where God lives, where the divine lives. It's where our power lives. It's where our true gifts are. All of that isn't found in the future. It isn't found in the past. It is found right here. So the present moment opens the door. It opens the door to heal our pain, to heal our wounds. And so what step are you willing to take? Are you willing to be brave enough to take one step to face some of the emotions that are coming up for you? We all have them. And for some of us, it's the same thing over and over. The same person keeps showing themselves in our lives, the same situation, the same challenges, the same insecurities, the same fears. Pick one. Pick one. Take it into your meditation and ask, what do you want to teach me? What do you want to show me? We cannot change the past, but we can work with the emotion that is still there with us, and we can heal that. So we say to the emotion, we greet it like an old friend. I see you. I feel you. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for showing me what it is that I need to look at. What a beautiful gift. Eckhart Tolle said, "The secret to peace is not wanting the present moment to be different than what it is." That's a hard one, isn't it? We want it to be different. We don't want to be going through this right now. We want to be somewhere in the future, fantasizing, or somewhere else. But that is the secret to peace. And not pushing it all away. You know, we're really good at wearing masks. We're really, really good at that. So the world doesn't know how we're really feeling. So the world can't pick up what we're putting out there. Saying that we're good when we're not. Saying that all is well when we're really suffering inside. Our society, our society doesn't do a good job of allowing us to be all that we are. You know, I was thinking about this today. Companies, you know, when you lose somebody, what do they give you, 3 days of bereavement? As if that's enough. In Europe, I think they give you a month or something crazy like that. You know, we get a few days. And it just shows how our society can't handle it, can't handle the pain, can't handle grief, can't handle the heavy, intense emotions that we experience as humans. So that's why we wear the mask, because then maybe we'll be accepted and loved if we wear this mask. And then we bypass. I talk about this a lot because I think it's really important. We use toxic positivity to bypass our pain. Hiding behind the masks. hiding behind them. Oh, I just lost. Okay, hold on. Hold on. So I love what Thich Nhat Hanh said here. And you're going to have to give me a sec because I just lost my place. Hold on. I know technology. I hit a weird button and it just like did something funky. Okay. So I'm going to share a Ram Dass story first before I share the Thich Nhat Hanh. So does everybody know who Ram Dass is? I think most of you know who Ram Dass is. Beautiful teacher. He passed away in the last couple of years. He had a major stroke, and that landed him in a wheelchair. And I love what he said about his experience with the stroke. Because he said, I was reflecting on the stroke that I had, and he realized that the stroke was just a stroke. That's all it was. That his reaction to it was something else. And so what he realized is that, God, I could look at it like, oh no, I have a stroke and all of the ramifications of that, and I'm in a wheelchair, and how awful is that, and moving into this victim place about it. But instead, what he did is he looked at it through the eyes of God, and he said, where's the grace in this? Where's the grace of God in this moment, in this stroke? And it completely shifted how he experienced it. It brought him into that present moment. So I thought that was a beautiful story. So here's what Thich Nhat Hanh said about being in the present. To live in the present moment is a miracle. The miracle is not to walk on water. The miracle is to walk on the green earth in the present moment, to appreciate the beauty and peace that are available now. We are here to awaken from the illusion of our separateness. Joe Dispenza talks about being in the present moment, and that's where true change can happen in our life, is in the present. Letting go of the past programming, letting go of the past conditions, creating new possibilities by connecting with our inner self. And so by cultivating that self-awareness and by paying attention to what we're feeling in this moment, it gets us out of those patterns, those ways of being and thinking and behaving that we have been swimming in for so long. The present moment connects us to our higher self. And that's where peace is possible. That's where joy is possible, and spiritual growth. Paul Selig is someone that I have been recently following. I'm going to end with a beautiful passage from him. He's a spiritual channel. He channels messages from the divine, from spirit. And he has a series of statements that he has learned from his channeling from spirit that are quite profound. So I'm going to read this statement first out loud, and then I'm going to have you all say it with me out loud, and then I'm going to also have you do it with your eyes closed. I know who I am in truth. I know what I am in truth. I know how I serve in truth. I am free. I am free. I am free. So to say who I know who I am, what we're doing in that moment is we are re-identifying ourselves with spirit. There's a re-identification that happens with spirit when we say, I know who I am in truth. And when we say, I know what I am in truth, the what is the manifestation of the divine. And then when we say the how is the, I know how I serve in truth, that's the expression of it. So let's say this out loud together. And I want you to just take a deep breath right now. Dropping into your heart, really feel the energy of these words. These words are going to take you right into the present moment. So just feel this. Let's say this together. I know who I am in truth. I know what I am in truth. I know how I serve in truth. I am free. I am free. I am free. So now closing your eyes if you're comfortable, and repeat after me. I know who I am in truth. I know what I am in truth. I know how I serve in truth. I am free. I am free. I am free. So just feeling that in your being. And so as you go out to your week, as you begin your week, I encourage you and invite you to play with this. To not be so serious about it. Just notice the emotions, notice as they come up, and sit with them. Bring them into the present. Ask them what they want to show you. Ask them what they want to share with you, what they want to teach you. And then just receive it. See and feel and know that it is the divine speaking to you through that emotion. Allow it in. And if you would like to take it a step further and you're feeling a lot of stuff, invite your little one up on your lap and hold them and love them and reassure them that they are safe and that all is well. And as we do this, as we practice these things, we are more in the present. And when we are more in the present, we are more in our heart. And when we are more in our heart, we are more connected to the divine. And when we are more connected to the divine, we are more at peace. We are more joyful. We are more happy. We move through the world in a new way. Let's pray. And so in this space, in this moment, in this time, we recognize and know that there is one life, one spirit, one God, the essence of which moves through all things, moves through our being, radiates through our entire being, through every cell of our being. And how beautiful it is to know that that presence is with us every step of the way. I'm knowing that as we practice these tools, that we are able to move into that present moment and receive the gifts that are available to us. That we are able to move through the emotions that are coming up for us, whether they are coming from the future or coming from the past, that we are able to receive them, to be with them, and to move through them with grace and with ease. And receive the gifts that are available to us on this magnificent spiritual journey that we are on. And so with great gratitude for all that is unfolding, for the magnificence of spirit that is in us, around us, and for us, we release this into the law that always says yes. Always and in all ways. And so it is.
I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
Last time.
I am the place where God
Thank you, Jimmy and Julie. All right, so we believe in our philosophy that as we give, we receive. We believe that giving is a spiritual practice. And so I ask that you take your tithe, your offering, and if you give regularly, just bless the bag as it comes across your lap there, placing your gift and your energy on your heart. And let's say our offering affirmation together. This gift is spirit in form, circulating and blessing all it touches. Freely I give and joyfully I receive.
Still waters, oh my soul. Still these waters, so I may know. Still waters, let me be pure reflection of love. Healing peace. Still waters, quiet my mind. Still these waters, so I may find. Still waters, reminding me I am love, I am light, healing peace. Still waters, oh my soul. Still these waters, so I may know. Still waters, let me be pure reflection of love. Healing peace. Still waters, quiet my mind. Still these waters, so I may find. Still waters, reminding me I am love, I am light, healing peace. I am love, I am light, healing peace.
Thank you, Jimmy and Julie. Beautiful. I'm going to bless what has come in. Thank you, Doug. And so I just bless this, knowing that it multiplies and supports the work that we are doing and continue to do to support our beloved community. And so it is. Thank you all. Okay. So I'm going to briefly talk about our intention program. We've been talking about it the last couple of weeks, and this is the time of year when we do this because we need to create a budget. We need to know. So that's a practical thing. But this is also an opportunity for everyone, for our congregation, to set an intention for your life. As you put down the amount of money that you plan to give to our center, that's an intention. That has energy to it. And you may be putting down a figure that, oh, I don't know, that feels trust it. And if you are willing to partner with us, because that's really what this is, it's a partnership. It's a partnership in saying, we believe in the work that you're doing, and we want to support you in continuing to do that work going forward. And so that's really what this is all about. So you'll see there's a QR code. Yeah, Marie's better at sharing the QR codes than me, but there it is. And so can you all just humor me? Can you get out your phones just for a sec? And I'm not gonna have you fill out the form right now, but I want you to see the form. And you could do it at home. And here's how I would suggest you do that, is go home, sit in meditation. Go home and be in prayer about it. And sit with it and decide for yourself. And we're not asking for a dollar amount. Whatever dollar amount is working for you, great. You can change it. We're not going to hunt you down if you don't put a certain amount down. Okay? That's not what this is about at all. So when you scan that, it should take you to a form. You'll see that. And we're going to send out the link as well this coming week. If your phone doesn't scan a QR code, we will do that as well. But I just wanted to show you that so that you can go home, meditate on it, take it into prayer, and then fill out the form. Let us know. Let us know. And if you have questions, we're certainly here. Our board is here. Thank you for your partnership, and thank you. Thank you for your support. All right. Is there anybody here for the first time? Anybody? No? Okay. Well, welcome to those. If there's anybody online, if you're here for the first time, welcome. So glad that you have joined us. And our prayer practitioners, so you know, are going to be here available. Christine will be up here on the stage. If there's something heavy on your heart and you need some support, know that Christine does some amazing prayers, and we'll certainly do that for you. There's also a prayer box in the back of the room. You can put your prayer in there, and then we will be praying on that all week. So that's also an option. And we have food. I see food in the back. So every Sunday we do potluck. And if you're new to this, we have amazing food that brought to us by very generous people and kind people and people who know how to cook, unlike me. So I know how to cook. Okay, never mind. So join us for that. All right. So let's close out with our benediction and our closing song. If you could please stand, place your hands over your heart, and let's say these words together. May we be at peace. May our hearts remain open. May we awaken to the light of our own true nature. May we be healed, and may we be a source of healing for all beings. Love is who I am. Love is who we are. Love is all there is.